perhaps.
Good evening. I'm Charles Armstrong. 2 months ago, Seattle Untimely correspondent Charlie Stockman traveled into the future for his spring break. His report on the state of things yet to come was both harrowing and awesome. Last week, Charlie returned to the future yet again and has agreed to share his discoveries with us tonight on
The World of Tomorrow, a Seattle Untimely special report.
So Charlie, let's get right to it. What does the future hold?
Well, Charles, I have some very unfortunate news. In the future, right before I left, they had released Ocean's 87.
All those Oceans movies? How could this happen?
Well, after critics blasted Ocean's 14, which was just 2 hours of witty phone calls between Brad Pitt and George Clooney, people figured the series would die out. But for some reason, people kept going to the theaters. It wasn't until after Ocean's 29, which was just a live feed of a barbecue at Matt Damon's house and also grossed half of America's GDP, that we began to get worried.
Worried that the series would remain popular?
Let me give you some examples of what we're worried about, Charles. You see, in the future, all businessmen forgo ties in favor of subtle gold jewelry. Everyone's hair is intentionally unkempt, and the president delivers the State of the Union wearing sleek Armani sunglasses.
So, these movies will come to pervade all aspects of American culture.
Well, yes, but it's even worse than it sounds, Charles. You see, during the Ocean's 40s, the Age of Entitlement, or the Wahlberg era, archaeologists discovered several ancient but highly sophisticated civilizations, all of which apparently created some form of the Ocean series shortly before their collapse. So it seems that the Ocean series is some kind of cycle mankind goes through every 8,000 years, always culminating in society's utter self-destruction.
Dear God. Doesn't anyone try to stop it?
Well, all attempts at breaking the cycle have proven fruitless thus far. Numerous assassination plots were aimed at George Clooney, with one actually succeeding after the release of Ocean's 23.
And that didn't end the series?
No. Clooney was simply replaced by a more likable Denzel Washington. It only strengthened the affable hold of the Ocean's crew on the American psyche. Another example would be after Ocean's 56, in which Owen Wilson and Luke Wilson play laser tag the whole time. After that, a group of renegade scientists sent an android back in time to 1960 to give Sammy Davis Jr. throat cancer after the original Ocean's 11. This, of course, delayed things by a generation, but it didn't stop them. It seems as though as long as a society has attractive actors who the populace thinks would be their friends, we're doomed, Charles.
There's one thing I don't understand. How exactly do these movies bring about the downfall of mankind? I mean, they're just movies.
Well, as this inane celebrity identity pervades human culture, eventually all sense of significance disappears from modern life. People occupy their time looking good and flashing coy smiles. Soon, spoken language is forgotten, displaced by meaningless gibberish that only sounds like witty banter. Economic productivity plummets because people cease to earn wages and instead try to contrive convoluted heists. And of course, with the Afflecks as role models, the family unit disintegrates. By the end, people are so satisfied with watching celebrities enjoy themselves that it's theorized that by the final Ocean's installment, all human beings receive frontal lobotomies while watching Brad Pitt eat cake.
Is there anything we can do to prevent this from happening?
Well, maybe. It's highly risky and could blow up in our face. But if we could get the Wayans brothers into an Ocean's movie no later than Ocean's 13...
Charlie, Ocean's 13 came out last week.
Good Lord, is that true? Then it's already too late.
A harrowing image of the future indeed. I'd like to thank Charlie Stockman for his brave trip into the future and for providing us with this information. Perhaps, if we cannot stop the destruction of mankind at the hands of vapid masturbatory Hollywood tripe, we can at least slow its progress. I'm Charles Armstrong saying, save your money. Don't see Ocean's 13.